said before the season that you thought your team would make better offensive decisions and that would lead to better shots, which would lead to making more shots. Do you see that kind of happening, and was that kind of the case today?
Well, obviously you're playing against a zone, so I can only answer it. I thought we did some good things against Liberty. Obviously, Clemson took us out of what we wanted to do, and you have to give them the credit for that. And today our guards, took care of the basketball and, had high assists, either low turnovers or no turnovers, which was very good. And I think it was a good, learning experience for us, but, we didn't turn around and play the same style. And so I think that's the one thing about the growth of a basketball player, the growth of a team, is, you got to be able to take care of the basketball against various styles of play, whether it's a pressing team, a zone team, a man-to-man pressure, a switching team, whatever it might be. There's a lot of different styles. And so we have to be able to continue to grow. And but it was still a good sign today, with all the assists that we had, and we obviously had fewer turnovers.
Matt, just Sasha's overall game, he had the six threes, but also the 7 assists, and just kind of his floor game, and also maybe his veteran presence after you had a rocky start there with some turnovers until the midway part of the first half.
Yeah, I thought we just had some careless turnovers, just trying to be cute, threading the needle. Just had to do a better job of passing and catching and making simple plays. When we started doing that, we were pretty good. Obviously, Sasha knocked down some shots and just made simple passes. He made some nice looks, but they were still the simple play. And he really, I think that's a good way of putting it. I thought he had a calm presence about him and played within himself and just took what the defense gave him.
And if you just talk about Brandon Newman, just how comfortable is he in these first 3 games? I mean, he has some poise and some presence about him that maybe you wouldn't expect from a redshirt freshman, but just what he's done for you these first 3 games, especially tonight.
Yeah. Right. Well, we've, really tried to encourage him to play off of 2 feet, take what they're giving you, make simple plays, but move and be able to shoot. Always look to catch and shoot the basketball. He's got good range. He's really made better decisions so far in the past month or so than he did last year. Like last year, that was probably his Achilles, was the decision making in practice. Then I think it's just an overload sometimes coming in as a freshman with all the things that we run and our defensive principles. So he's getting better in all areas. He's had to back up defensively at the point and guard the point when Isaiah's out, and he's done a pretty good job with that. I thought he did a good job in the Clemson game of that. And he's been able to knock down shots. When he gets his feet under him, he's a really good shooter. He had a couple nice finds there into the high post and knocked down some 15-footers. Obviously, he made some threes. I just thought, him and Sasha really were very efficient tonight.
Okay. Coach, team that had 8 out of 11 players hit at least 1 3, and the two of the 3 that didn't were your big men. What is it about this team, and especially this offense, that's able to get everybody involved, especially from beyond the arc?
Well, that's obviously what we've tried to do is, recruit quality big men, but also recruit a lot of guys that can shoot threes. I think anytime you do that, you're going to have good spacing. And we've really emphasized, coming off of last year, and we emphasized it last year, was our ability to make good decisions. And I think when we make simple plays and we make good decisions, our skill level is going to enhance. And tonight, I think that happened. I think you saw us start the game, and, you're not going to showcase your skill level when you're turning the ball over. You got to be able to make those simple plays and move the ball and read the defense. And as the game progressed, we did a much better job with that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Anyone else have anything? Brian, go ahead. Try again.
Matt, hey, where did the energy come from without fans here? Where does it have to come from?
Well, I think, where's it going to come from when the ball doesn't go in? I think our we made shots, and anytime you make shots, I think that gives you, and you feed off of that energy. You got to be able to feed off of, your defense. You got to be able to feed off of just having a competitive spirit as a whole. And we just got to keep working on it in practice. So when we get into games, when we get into tough times, we're there for each other. I think all coaches across the country will feel that way because it's a little different, but you feel that in practice, because you have two teams going against each other in practice, and like who's going to bring that energy, who's going to, have that excitement, for their team and for other people on their team. Well, you see it in practice all the time. It's one team gets on top and then all of a sudden, they start to pick it up, but it's normally the team that plays better. But can you have that energy when you struggle a little bit to get out of that rut? A lot of times home crowds are the ones that are there for you, and now we don't have that. So just got to keep working at it and just plugging away.